Hello friends, this is Malar and you are watching DM Talks. So let's start. Our today's topic is multidimensional arrays. Before starting this topic, I like to tell you that in our previous video we have discussed about arrays and that is the basics of arrays. So if you have not seen that video, first go to the playlist and watch that video. After that you are able to understand the multidimensional arrays in C. So let us see our today's table of content. It is multidimensional arrays in C, two-dimensional arrays, how to initialize two-dimensional arrays, and matrix related problem using the two-dimensional arrays in C. So let's start. So our first topic is multidimensional arrays in C. Now, what is meant by multidimensional arrays? Multidimension means a dimension may be 1, 2 or 3 or it may be n dimensions. So here we are going to arrange our data in single dimension, 2 dimension and in 3 dimension. In our previous video we have seen the single dimension arrays in which we are only using a single array. But in multidimensional arrays we are using n number of arrays and n number of size. Multidimensional array is stored in a form of tabular form, or we can say that it is stored in form of rows and columns. Here are the general form of declaration of multidimensional array, in which first we have to write the data types, then the array name and the dimensions of array. It is 1, 2 up to n. You can make n number of dimensions in array, but in our regular day-to-day life we are going to use up to 3-dimensional arrays. But when you are focusing on the image processing, in which you have to work on pixels, for that you have to use above 3-dimensional arrays. Okay, how to calculate now total elements present in our multidimensional array? Here is an example in which we have created a two-dimensional array. We can say this array is two-dimensional because we have used two array blocks 10 and 20. Now to calculate total elements in the array, we have to multiply the array size and we can get our answers of the element. Here we have the array size 10 and 20, so we have to multiply it, we can get 200 elements in the array. So in this we can store 200 elements in a single array. And similarly for 3-dimensional arrays we have to multiply the 3 indices 5, 10 and 20 and we can get our answer as 1000 elements in a single array. So here is another example of two-dimensional array in which we have created an integer and the array name is 2D and its array size is 10 cross 20. So total elements is 200. And same for here, 3-dimensional array. It has 3 array indices 10, 20 and 30. We have to multiply it and we can get 6000 as our answer. Okay, how to initialize a two-dimensional array? Today in this video we are going to basically talk about the two-dimensional array and we are going to show a simple program related to matrix in which we are going to use two-dimensional array and we are going to add the matrix and subtract the matrix, and in later videos we are going to see the multiplication and transpose of the matrix. So how to initialize a two-dimensional array? Here it is type means the data type, then the array name, and x and y is the array size. Here is an example in which we have integer A, 3 and 4. And here is the tabular representation of it, in which 3 represents the number of rows and 4 represents the number of columns. As we all know, index of an array is 1 less than the array size. Here the array size is 3, so the number of rows is 1, 0, 1 and 2, and here the array size is 4, so the number of columns is 0, 1, 2 and 3. So by this we can get our basic idea how to create a matrix. If we want to create a 3 cross 3 matrix, then in place of 4 we are going to write 3. So therefore we are going to get 3 rows and 3 columns, and through which we can do the additions of the matrix. So now let's see one simple program of matrix addition and subtraction using two-dimensional arrays. So let's see. Now let's see an example of matrix using two-dimensional arrays. So let's start. For that, let us create a multi-dimensional array or a two-dimensional array. For a two-dimensional array, we have to use two square brackets, and here we have to create a 3 cross 3 matrix. So therefore we are going to write 3 and 3. So we have 3 rows and 3 columns. Now how to initialize two-dimensional array? So therefore you have to use 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 9. Because this is 3 cross 3 matrix, the total number of elements is 3 into 3 means 9. So there are 9 elements. Okay. Now there is another form to represent a matrix, in which you have to represent a 3 cross 3 matrix. So we are using 3 and 3. Now for that you have to write 1, 1, 3, 1, then another bracket 4, 5, 6, then another bracket, and in which we have 7, 8 and 9 followed by, separated by comma, and a final bracket followed by semicolon. Now here in first initialization, the 1 represents the array index of A of 0, 0, and the 9 represents the array index of 3 and 3. And in the second form of initialization, in first bracket represents the array index of A of 0 followed by 1, 2 and 3, and in second it represents A of 1, 1, 2 and 3, and in third it represents array of 2 and 1, 2, 3. Now let me change here A to B. So this is our second matrix. Now let us first print the matrix. For printing the matrix we are using the for loop, and for the for loop we have to initialize I and j because we are using the nested for loop. So I starts from 0, I is less than 3, because the array index of a single element is 0, 1, 2, means less than 1 from the array size, and I plus plus. Now into which we have to write another for loop, and in another for loop we are representing j is equals to 0, comma, j is less than 3, and same j plus plus. Now into it we have to write a printf statement to print the array. as this is an integer array, therefore we have to write percentage d and array. Now we have used the for loop. So when the for loop started, here the array, here the index of I is 0. So here the value of I is starting from 0, and first this for loop will run, so the array of j, so the value of j will be first 1, 0, 1 and 2. So here it is going to print the first three element, means the first row. So we are going to write j, and here we are going to write printf, and into which we have to write a slash n to get the new line. Now let me copy and paste the same, into which let me change the matrix to b, and let us write here printf, into which b is equals to slash n semicolon, copy and paste it over here, and make it a. Now let us build it so we have no error, and run, so we can get our output. Now we have to do the matrix addition. For the matrix addition, we have to add one more three-dimensional array to save our output. Now let us copy this and paste it. Now after pasting, we have to change this b to our matrix addition as c, and for matrix addition, here we are going to write c of I and j, and into which we have to add a of I j plus b of I j. Now let's build it and run. So here we have C, and for the matrix subtraction, let me change the sign to minus, and over here let us add 0 to all the numbers. Now we are getting our answer in minus because we are minusing higher number from lower number. Now let's build it so we have no error and run. So this is our answer of matrix subtraction. So here we are going to conclude our video. If you have any doubt related to arrays in C, then you can comment down in your comment section. Otherwise, like the video, share the video and subscribe the channel for more upcoming videos. Till then, thank you, goodbye, Jai Hind, Namaste.